Whether you will be working in a long-term care facility, a hospital, an assisted living facility, or in a client's home, you will be working with people. And it's important to understand human beings and their needs, especially as they age and go through challenging times in their life. Hi, I'm Barbara Harris, nursing assistant instructor and part-time social worker. And for those of you who may not be familiar with the role of a social worker in a long-term care facility, that person is responsible for admissions to the nursing home, new residents coming in, discharge planning, and meeting the social and emotional needs of the residents who live in that facility. Today's topic is human behavior, and we will be discussing the teachings of a couple of leaders in the field of human behavior, Erik Erikson and Abraham Maslow. And these two people have helped us to understand human needs and how people go about meeting those needs. A person goes about satisfying their personal needs in a way that reflects their personality. You can define personality as the way that we react to the events in our lives. Erik Erikson suggested that our personalities are formed from the moment we are born as we mature all the way through old age. He defined 8 different stages of maturity going through life and called these the tasks of personality development. First of all, the first stage as a newborn, an infant is in the oral sensory stage, during which time he must learn to trust. And if that infant's caregiver is consistently there to meet that infant's needs, he will learn to trust that that caregiver will always be there to meet those needs. But if the caregiver is inconsistent in meeting those needs, Erikson believed that that infant will grow into a person who probably has lifelong issues learning to trust people. The second stage of personality development is muscular anal stage. As a toddler, the child begins to recognize himself as an independent being from his mother, or autonomy. The toddler is no longer completely dependent upon his mother for survival. The next stage of personality development is locomotor stage during the preschool years. A child is then beginning to recognize himself as a family member and taking some initiative, beginning to learn to do simple tasks, to dress himself, for example. The next stage is called latency. School age years covers this stage, and this is when a child is beginning to demonstrate physical and mental skills and abilities. Erikson called it industry, when the child is first learning to read and do math in school, for example. The next stage is adolescence, and this covers from 12 to 18 years of age. And this is when a young person first begins to develop a sense of individuality as a sexual human being, and develops their identity and first becomes aware of an attraction for others. The next stage of personality development is young adulthood. This covers the years from ages 19 to 35. And this is when people begin to establish an intimate personal relationship with a mate. Intimacy is the goal, the issue of this stage in life when people begin to find a mate, perhaps get married, have children. The next stage is adulthood. These are the years from 35 to 50 years of age, during which time Erickson says the person will be learning to live a satisfying and productive life. This is the stage of life when people perhaps have children at home yet, and maybe also have parents who are aging that sometimes they are also caring for their elderly parents. That is called the sandwich generation. Some people in this age group have this type of an issue. The final stage of personality development is maturity, and Erickson called this 50+ years of age, during which time a person reviews their life's events and examines how they've influenced the development of their individuality. Ego integrity, he called it, meaning that if a person has regrets or issues from earlier stages in their life, they will still be a part of their individuality and perhaps still be issues for them in their old age. Abraham Maslow described to us that human needs are physical, psychological, and sociological. He placed these needs on a continuum in which the physical needs had to be satisfied first. The psychological or sociological needs can be met only after the physical needs are met. He called this the hierarchy of needs. And at the bottom of this hierarchy of needs is the most basic level. The first level is physiological or survival needs. And these are the basic physical needs that all of us have as human beings, and for which you will be providing when you care for your clients. This includes oxygen, all people breathe, food, everyone needs nutrition, and you provide that according to their specifications. Water, all human beings need fluid, shelter and clothing. You need to keep your clients protected from the extremes of temperature. Elimination of wastes. You are going to be assisting your clients with toileting and trying to prevent incontinence and constipation. Sleep. You provide for rest periods for your clients with naps and sleeping at night. Activity. You will provide for activity for your client with involvement in activities, in exercising, walking, for example. And Maslow maintained that all of these needs in the basic level of the hierarchy must be met first before a person can begin to address their needs on the next level up, and that is safety and security needs. You also will be providing the safety and security of the clients that you care for.